In a small village in Portugal, a dog watched everyone who loved him grow old and die. He kept going, through funerals, through new owners, through children becoming grandparents. He just kept going, and when the world finally found out about him, they gave him a world record. Then they took it away. This is the story of Bobi. He was supposed to die the day after he was born. In 1992, a litter of puppies was born in a woodshed on the Costa family's property in Conqueiros, Portugal. The father decided there were too many animals. The puppies would have to go. The next morning, he came back to bury them. He didn't realize he'd left one behind. 8-year-old Lionel Costa found the puppy hidden in a pile of logs, alone, still alive. He and his brothers made a decision. They kept the dog a secret from their parents and named him Bobi. They knew that once his eyes opened, their parents couldn't bring themselves to get rid of him. So they waited. It worked. Bobi opened his eyes, and the Costa family had a dog. Most dogs live 10 to 15 years. Bobi's breed, the Rafeiro do Alentejo, lives 12 to 14 years on average. Bobi lived past all of it. He watched Lionel grow from a child into a man. He watched the family change. He watched people who loved him get old. He roamed the forests and farmland around Conqueiros freely. No leash, no boundaries. He ate whatever the family ate, unseasoned and soaked in water. He had one health scare in 2018 when he collapsed suddenly and was hospitalized. Somehow he pulled through. The whole village knew him. He was part of the landscape the way the hills were, and every year that passed without him dying became more impossible to explain. On February 2, 2023, Guinness World Records certified Bobi as the oldest dog ever recorded, 31 years and 165 days old. The previous record had stood for nearly a century, an Australian cattle dog named Bluey who died in 1939 at 29 years and 5 months. Bobi broke it by 2 years. The story went everywhere. Journalists flew to Conqueiros. Lionel gave interviews. On May 11, 2023, Bobi celebrated his 31st birthday with a party of more than 100 guests. A dog that was almost buried alive as a puppy was now the oldest dog in recorded history. Then October came, Bobi died. And almost immediately, people started asking questions. Vets and dog experts couldn't explain it. Not a single veterinary colleague believed Bobi was actually 31 years old. Those were the words of Danny Chambers, a council member of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons. The numbers didn't add up. A breed that lives 12 to 14 years surviving for more than double that lifespan. Photos that some experts said showed markings inconsistent with earlier pictures. A government database that didn't actually require proof of birth for dogs registered before 2008. Guinness launched a review. In February 2024, they announced their conclusion. The evidence was inconclusive. The microchip data couldn't prove Bobi's birth date. There was no definitive proof of when he was actually born. Bobi's title was stripped. The world's oldest dog ever, officially, is still Bluey, an Australian cattle dog who died in 1939. Lionel Costa defended his dog until the end. He said veterinary experts had conspired against Bobi because he was fed human food instead of dog food. Nobody knows the truth for certain. Whether Bobi was 31 or not, something is true. A dog born in a woodshed in a small Portuguese village survived long enough to watch everyone who first loved him grow old. He roamed the same hills for decades. He ate at the same table. He stayed when everyone else eventually left. The record doesn't change that. The village knew him. The family loved him. And for whatever time he actually had, it was more than anyone expected from a puppy that wasn't supposed to survive his first morning. See you next time.